Hey everyone, get ready for a trip back in time. We're going to Wadi Al-Hitan, which means Valley of the Whales. It's deep in the Egyptian desert, and it's like a window into a time when giant creatures roamed the earth. Imagine a huge ocean full of life. Now picture that ocean drying up, leaving behind amazing secrets buried in the sand. That's Wadi Al-Hitan. It's like a time capsule filled with the bones of ancient sea creatures, especially whales. Get ready to be amazed by these giants from a long, long time ago. Let's explore the mysteries of Wadi Al-Hitan together and learn about our planet's incredible history. Are you ready for an adventure? Let's go. Our trip starts in Cairo, the exciting capital of Egypt. This city is a vibrant mix of ancient history and modern life, where the past and present coexist in a fascinating blend. From the towering pyramids to the bustling markets, Cairo is a city that never sleeps. The streets are alive with the sounds of honking cars, street vendors, and the distant call to prayer. It's a place where every corner has a story to tell, and every alleyway leads to a new adventure. We'll leave the city behind and head south to a place called the Fayoum Governorate. As we drive, the scenery will change dramatically. The tall buildings and crowded streets of Cairo will give way to open fields and small villages. You'll see farmers working in the fields, children playing by the roadside, and the occasional donkey cart making its way down the road. It's a journey that takes us back in time to a simpler way of life. Fayoum Governorate is known for its really old history and beautiful deserts. This region is home to some of Egypt's most ancient sites, including the ruins of old temples and the remains of ancient cities. The desert here is unlike any other, with its unique rock formations and vast open spaces. It's a place where you can feel the weight of history and the beauty of nature all at once. As we drive, you'll see the green land near the Nile River slowly turn into the golden sand of the Sahara Desert. This transition is a sight to behold as the lush, fertile land gives way to the stark, barren beauty of the desert. The contrast is striking, and it's a reminder of the incredible diversity of Egypt's landscapes. And when we get close to Wadi Al-Hitan, get ready for something amazing. This area, also known as the Valley of the Whales, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's famous for its well-preserved fossils of ancient whales, which provide a glimpse into a time when this desert was covered by a vast sea. The landscape here is otherworldly, with its rolling sand dunes and rocky outcrops. Huge sand dunes will stretch out as far as you can see, their shapes always changing with the wind. These dunes are constantly shifting, creating a landscape that is never the same twice. The wind carves intricate patterns into the sand, and the light plays off the dunes in a mesmerizing dance of shadows and light. It's a place of endless beauty and mystery. The air will get hot and dry, and you might even smell the sand and ancient secrets in the air. The heat waves rising from the ground create a shimmering effect, making the desert look like it's alive. The scent of the desert is unique, a mix of dry earth and ancient history. It's a place that engages all your senses and leaves a lasting impression. We'll switch to tough four-wheel drive vehicles at the edge of the Wadi Al-Rayan protected area. These vehicles are specially designed to handle the challenging terrain of the desert. With their powerful engines and rugged tires, they can navigate the sand and rocks with ease. It's an exhilarating ride that adds to the adventure. These vehicles are perfect for driving over the bumpy sand and rocks for the next 22 miles. The journey will be a thrilling one, with each bump and turn adding to the excitement. The landscape will change as we go, from flat, open desert to rocky hills and valleys. It's a ride that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Every bump, every gust of wind just makes the excitement grow as we get closer to this special place. The anticipation builds with each passing mile as we get closer to the heart of the desert. It's a journey that promises adventure, discovery, and unforgettable memories. We've made it to Wadi Al-Hitan. This place is not just any ordinary desert, it's a treasure trove of history and science. This valley is so special, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. That means it's recognized globally for its outstanding universal value. Being a UNESCO site means it's a protected place considered important for everyone in the world. It's like a global treasure chest that we all share. Think of it as a giant outdoor museum filled with fossils from creatures that lived in the sea millions of years ago. These fossils tell us stories of a time when this desert was actually underwater. Can you imagine walking through a place where huge whale bones stick out of the sand everywhere you look? That's Wadi Al-Hitan. It's like stepping into a prehistoric world. The number of fossils here is incredible, and they're in really good shape, which is super rare. These fossils are so well preserved that they provide scientists with invaluable information about ancient marine life. As we walk on the sand, you'll see whale skeletons coming out of the ground all around us. It's almost like the earth is revealing its secrets to us, one bone at a time. They're like giant puzzles, and scientists have been able to put many of them together to learn more about these amazing animals. Each fossil is a piece of a larger story, helping us understand the evolution of life on Earth. Wadi Al-Hitan isn't just about bones, it's a chance to travel back in time and understand how life on Earth has changed over millions of years. It's a living classroom where the past comes alive, teaching us about the planet's history and the incredible creatures that once roamed here. One of the coolest things about Wadi Al-Hitan is that it helps us understand how whales evolved. This remote desert in Egypt, also known as the Valley of the Whales, is a treasure trove of ancient secrets. It's a place where the past comes alive, revealing the incredible journey of these magnificent creatures. You see, the whales here weren't exactly like the whales we know today. These ancient whales, or archaeocetes, were a fascinating mix of old and new, bridging the gap between land-dwelling mammals and the ocean giants we are familiar with. They were their ancestors, and they were still changing from land animals to ocean animals. This transition is one of the most remarkable evolutionary stories, showcasing how life adapts and transforms over millions of years. Imagine a creature that's part land animal and part sea creature. These early whales had features that were suited for both environments. They had limbs that could support their weight on land, but also tails and bodies that were becoming more adapted to life in the water. Some of the whales found here, like the Basilosaurus and Dorudon, still had tiny back legs, even though they couldn't walk on them anymore. These vestigial limbs are a fascinating glimpse into their evolutionary past. These legs are like clues that tell us these whales were once land mammals. They are remnants of a time when their ancestors roamed the land, hunting and surviving in a completely different environment. The fossils here show us how whales changed over time, developing long bodies, strong tails, and streamlined heads perfect for swimming in the ocean. Each fossil is a chapter in the story of whale evolution, illustrating the gradual adaptations that led to the majestic creatures we see today. Wadi Al-Hitan is like a giant history book, showing us how whales went from walking on land to swimming in the sea. It's a place where science and history converge, offering us a window into the distant past and the incredible journey of whale evolution. Wadi Al-Hitan isn't just about whales, it's like a window into a whole ancient ecosystem. Imagine a warm, shallow sea full of colorful fish, giant sea turtles, and even scary sharks with sharp teeth. That's what this place was like millions of years ago. Besides whales, scientists have found fossils of sharks, crocodiles, sawfish, sea cows, and many other creatures that lived in or near the water. They've even found fossilized mangrove roots, which tells us that this area used to be near a coastline. Each fossil is like a piece of a giant puzzle, and by putting them all together, we can learn more about this amazing ancient world. Wadi Al-Hitan isn't just about the past, it also teaches us about how our planet is always changing. It's hard to believe, but this dry desert area used to be covered by a huge ocean. Over millions of years, the Earth's surface shifted and moved, causing the land to rise and the sea to retreat. There's even a climate change museum in Wadi Al-Hitan that shows how this area transformed from a sea into a mangrove forest, and finally into the desert we see today. It's a powerful reminder that our planet is constantly changing and that we need to understand and protect it. As the sun starts to set, Wadi Al-Hitan becomes even more magical. The sand dunes glow with warm colors, turning from gold to orange and then to a deep purple as night falls. Imagine sitting on top of a sand dune, feeling the cool evening breeze and listening to the quiet sounds of the desert. As the sky gets darker, thousands of stars begin to twinkle above you, a breathtaking sight you won't see in a city with bright lights. Spending a night in Wadi Al-Hitan is an unforgettable experience. It's a chance to escape the noise and stress of everyday life and feel connected to nature and the vastness of the universe. Wadi Al-Hitan is a fragile and precious place. Wind, rain, and even people can damage the fossils here. It's our job to protect this special place so that people can enjoy it for years to come. Can you imagine if these amazing fossils crumbled away because we didn't take care of them? That would be so sad. It's important to remember that we are only caretakers of Wadi Al-Hitan for a short time. The Egyptian government and other organizations are working hard to protect this area. They make sure visitors stay in certain areas and that no one touches or takes the fossils. We can all do our part by following the rules, respecting the environment, and supporting efforts to preserve Wadi Al-Hitan. As our adventure in Wadi Al-Hitan comes to an end, we're left with a sense of awe and a deeper understanding of how life on Earth is connected. Wadi Al-Hitan shows us how creatures can change and adapt over time, how our planet is constantly evolving, and how important it is to protect our natural world. Let's remember the lessons we've learned here in Wadi Al-Hitan. Let's take care of our planet, protect its resources, and make sure that future generations can be amazed by the wonders of Wadi Al-Hitan, a gift from a distant past.